Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. I've probably written more about procrastination than on anything else. And yet, my experience with clients is ever improving my thoughts on the subject. And I just had a session with a client that crystallized my most recent thinking, and I thought I'd share them with you. First, moderate the sense of importance of your being right. The root cause of many people's procrastination is fear of being wrong, so they keep ruminating to reduce the risk of being wrong. Yeah, you want to strive to be right within reason. Recognize that even if your parents, your boss, whomever, made you feel stupid, the answer lies in staying conscious of when you feel your efforts are yielding too little return relative to what you could otherwise be doing, the so-called opportunity cost. That's the rumination problem. So I'll say it again because it's a little complicated. You want to strive to be right within reason. And the answer to realizing when enough is enough rumination is to stay conscious of when you feel that your additional efforts are yielding too little benefit relative to what you otherwise could be doing with the time, the so-called opportunity cost. Okay, so that's number one. 2, face failure, especially if you stop working, stop ruminating before having made every possible effort at perfection. You're more likely to fail, for sure. But ask yourself whether the benefits of stopping the rumination a bit earlier outweigh the price of possible failure, whether it be practically or psychologically. Remember that doing the task creates the possibility at least you'll succeed, and then get praised and at least not criticized. And if you fail, there may be a lesson or two to be learned that can increase your future chances of success. And at minimum, you'll likely feel better about yourself for having tried and failed than if you sat on the sidelines, ruminating excessively, procrastinating excessively, and choosing more pleasant but less helpful activities. 3, find the motivation to act. Sometimes what you need to get motivated is a goal that you're excited about, but often there are more embarrassing but in fact more powerful motivators. For example, proving that son of a bitch that she was wrong about you or he was wrong about you. Next, use what I call the 2-minute part tactic. Often procrastinators find the hardest part's getting started. Well, it can help to think, okay, what's the first 2-minute part? Maybe the easiest 2-minute part that could start me on the dreaded task. Maybe it's to make a list of the baby steps to finishing the project. Or maybe it's a Google search. In any event, 2 minutes is a not intimidating amount of time and is often enough to get you rolling. An object in motion tends to, well, you know. Next, avoid distractions. Especially when the work's getting hard, it's tempting to skip away to some more pleasant activity. That's a moment of truth. Force yourself to stay focused. And if you haven't made progress in, say, a minute or two, decide whether to keep struggling, to get help, to come back to it later, or whether you could complete your project without solving that hard part. Also, sometimes the boogeyman hiding behind your brain's curtain pops out and distracts you. Maybe it's some fear that you can do nothing about, or a reminder of something you screwed up, or anger about the aforementioned son of a bitch. Usually the best strategy is what I call stop and distract. The first moment you're aware of an unproductive thought, maybe even say it aloud, stop, and distract yourself to the productive activity. Doing that starts to atrophy the memory neurons associated with your unproductive thought. And the more often you say stop to unwanted thoughts, the more the atrophying occurs until those thoughts aren't much of a problem to you. One of the world's leading experts on procrastination told me in private conversation that he thinks that procrastination is incurable. Well, my experience with clients is that he's right. It's not curable, but that it is ameliorable. It is improvable. And this little talk is my current best shot at helping you to do that. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I'm Marty Nemko. Feel free to give us a thumbs up, a thumbs down if needed, to make a comment, to hit the share button and share on your social media, or subscribe to my channel. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.